Chad Wolf, AFP Institute Executive Director. Chad, welcome to Faith Nation. First off, we saw a similar style hearing at the border last month. How commonplace are these hearings, Chad? And as a former Department of Homeland Security acting director, how beneficial are they?
Well, I think the hearings are important for a variety of different reasons, but I would say that this is the second hearing, and you mentioned it in the opening segment. This is actually the second hearing that Democrats have boycotted. They have not shown up to different hearings to hear witness testimony on what's going on in the border. And I can say, you know, as a former acting secretary of the Department of Homeland Security and visiting the border dozens of times, there is no substitute for going to the border, talking to the Border Patrol agents, to the men and women down there to understand the challenges. And so if lawmakers are going to be responsible and be on a committee that has jurisdiction over the border and pass legislation and do their oversight work, then they have a responsibility to show up onto that border and talk to the agents and talk to the men and women that are doing that job every day. So I think it's interesting, it's disappointing, but obviously not surprising that you're going to have one party decide not to show up and to attend these hearings. I think the hearing was dramatic. I think what we heard from Chief Raul Ortiz contradicted what this administration has said for the past 24 months, right? He basically said the policies from day one is what caused this crisis. He has said that there is no operational control over the border, which contradicts what Secretary Mayorkas has said. And then, of course, when he was asked, does physical infrastructure work? Is that what Border Patrol agents need? Do they need an effective wall system? His answer was yes, they do. Again, all of these have decisions were overturned by political leadership inside the White House, and it's caused and is certainly part of the reason that we have the crisis that we do today.
Yeah. Chad, Republicans say they want to hold the Biden administration accountable for the crisis on the border. What more should be done to get a better handle on the border? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, you know, unfortunately, the American people have seen this crisis unfold for the past 24, 25 months now. I'm not sure that you need to convince the American people that there is a crisis going on. They know that there's a security crisis. There's because we see national security and public safety threats coming across that border every day. They know there's a humanitarian crisis. More individuals are dying on this dangerous journey through Mexico to get to the border. More migrants are dying in the desert and on the river than they ever have in the history of our country. And then, of course, there's a fentanyl crisis going on. All of this stems from the failed policies of this Biden administration. And I should also say the failed policies of the government of Mexico as well. And I think the American people they want some solutions. They don't want to keep admiring the problem. We've admired the problem now for 24 months. I think now that House Republicans are in a position of power, it's time to do something.
Chad Wolf, thank you so much. With the AFP Institute, we appreciate your time.